Jeanetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. Trying to say that all in one breath, and I'm still not well enough to get that all out. So, yeah, I am ever on the mend, though. So, I am here today to tell you about an exciting collaboration. I don't know if you will be seeing my video first or if you'll be seeing Sam over at Manfella Makes video first. However, either way it goes, we are doing a collaboration together that is interesting. We have been talking for a while about doing another collaboration together because our lives are so busy, and Sam tries not to get involved in too many different projects the same as I do, because we have so many things going on in our lives, being moms, being nursemaids, being chauffeurs, being shoppers, being whatever, right? As you are to your family. And we really enjoyed doing the Manfella series that we did before, where we did Koji was the first one that we did, and then Poppy was the second one that we did, and we would set, a predetermined amount of time and have a schedule and all of that, excuse me, to get things done. But as we were messaging back and forth and trying to figure out how this would work with our lives, the biggest thing that both of us wanted was not so much pressure, right? Not a timetable, not we have to get this done by this week to do this, to do any of that. So our brainchild became this series of things that we wanted to do already that were similar enough that we could make it a cohesive collaboration. And it definitely took some discussion and figuring things out. But once it came together, it was like, duh, why didn't we think about this before? Right? So I have them here, all of them, and I'm going to talk to you about them. Now, I don't know what's in each of these. I mean, I know what's in them, and we'll get to that. I know that sounds very confusing. I don't know what's in each of these, but I know the projects that we're going to do. So let's lay it all out on the line, all right? As Sam and I were, like I said, messaging back and forth, we decided, we were listing the things that we wanted to do just over time. And there were some common threads that we could pull on. So our plan for the year, and this will essentially take all year. And before I go any farther, I want to say that each and every one of you are welcome to join in however you wish to. If you just want to watch our progress, va bene. If you want to join in, you can join in with either myself or with Sam. It does not matter to either one of us. We just want to do things that bring us joy, because as we do those things, that joy will come through to all of you. And we're not stuck in doing here, there, everywhere with our hands in so many different areas and being stretched thin. This is going to be, to borrow from Ashley over at Stitchin' and Ain't Easy, no pressure Chanel when it comes to this, right? We want to make sure that each of you know that you are more than welcome. Now, the reason why I say, getting back to the collab, right? The reason why I say you can join in with either myself or with Sam and not both of us is because we're not going to be doing the same thing at the same time, right? Isn't that interesting? Like, how is this a collaboration, but you're not going to be working on the same thing? That's where these come in, right? Yes, I know they're pink, but in talking, I did tell Sam I will find some pink envelopes and put things in them because I will be selecting for you and not for myself. So the way this is going to work is we settled on 4 projects, so to speak, that we wanted to do. And we decided that we were going to put them in envelopes and randomly select them. So instead of saying, okay, we're going to do this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, it's not going to work like that. And there's not a deadline. So whichever one is picked, however long it takes us to do it, that's how long it takes, right? If things get in the way, if somebody gets sick, or if you lose your crojo, or whatever the case may be, va bene, right? It's all good. It's all good because they're things we want to get done anyway. So it doesn't matter when they get done. We want to accomplish them. And we will, just in our own time. So, the 4 projects, I will tell you them. One of them is very specific, and the other 3 are not quite so much. So the one that is very, very specific is the Asteria doily. Let me pull it up, and I'll show it to you. I have wanted to make this for a very long time, and I know that Sam and I have talked about it in the past, just like at how beautiful it is and all of that, and how much we would love to make it at some point. Sorry, my phone is going slow because I'm back here in my yarn room and there is not signal back here. So I have to connect to a different Wi-Fi area. Okay, so while that's going, if you're familiar with the Asteria doily, then you know already what it is. But if you don't, of course, the site cannot be reached because I want it to be. Oh my gosh. So this is the Asteria doily. I was trying to find it on, I had it on Ravelry. Like I said, my phone doesn't want to cooperate, so we'll see. But it is almost like a 3D huge flower shape, right? I'm sorry, hold on just one moment. Pause. Okay, we're back. So, this is the doily on Ravelry. And if you already have this pattern, that's wonderful. If not, it is increasingly difficult to find. So the lady who created it, I am in her Facebook group. It was available on Etsy, but it's no longer available on Etsy. And there is a website where you can buy it now. At the time that I saw it on Etsy, it was like $10 US, and the price has changed on the website that it's on now. But no worries. If you have it, great. If not, there are tutorials on YouTube that are free that will take you through how to make it. Not one that I found in English, though. So you would have to pay attention to the movements because the voice, the language that's being spoken is not English. So all of that to say, that's the one very specific project. The other 3 like I said, are not as specific. So one of the other projects is to use something from our Label My Library excuse me, videos. So something that or you may have in your library, and then we have a book in our libraries that we've labeled. I did pick up the Label My Library words, it ran away, segment from Sam. I did ask her permission when I first started doing it if it was okay. And we also decided for that we're not going to use the same book. So if the Label My Library is chosen first, then we pick whichever one that we want to do that we've already labeled. So this would be a time for you to go into your pattern books and say, I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to do this one. So you are doing it with us, but not necessarily the same thing, right? And we, as of right now, have no plans to use the same book, although we do have some of the same books, so we could very well pick the same book and maybe not the same project. I don't know. But we did talk about that and like, are we going to do the same book? Are we going to do the same project? And then we were like, no, because then that would be like a collaboration within a collaboration, and it's kind of like do the things that you want to do. So it's kind of like we're existing together, but doing different things. And that's pretty beautiful to me. Another one of them is a subscription yarn project. So I have a lot of Lether Co. yarn because I had this subscription for 2 years. And I also had their cotton subscription for a little while. And Lether Co. is unfortunately no longer in business. But I do have a whole lot of their lovely, lovely yarn. And I want to use it for something. Whether that's a blanket, a top, a cowl, a scarf, mittens, a hat. And it doesn't have to be use all of the subscription yarn or make a certain thing with your subscription yarn. And if you don't have a subscription, if you've never had one, pick out a yarn that you've been longing to use that gives you joy when you touch it, that gives you that warm fuzzy feeling inside that you're like, oh, I know just what I'm going to do with this, right? And do that, right? That would work. And then the final thing was something that we had debated back and forth on. So we were going to do a project for the other person. So like if I make something for this one project, it's going to be for Sam. And then if she makes it, whatever she makes is going to be for me. And when we were talking, we had thrown out some ideas. Garments seemed kind of difficult without measurements and so forth and so on. And most of the yarns, to be honest, that are in Sam's stash, I want no part of. I don't want any of that. So if she had to make a garment for me, if that was the thing that we chose, I probably wouldn't wear it, to be honest. Or she'd have to go buy yarn for it, which I don't think would be a problem, but also we want to use what's in our stash. So it was like we're kind of accomplishing multiple goals at the same time. We're doing Stash Down, which is by Queen's Crafts by Bridget, our lovely sissy Bridget. And then we're making things that we want to make throughout the year. So we also talked about amigurumi, and we both love making amigurumi, but most of our library books are amigurumi. So then we'd be doing 2 amigurumi, which in and of itself wouldn't be a problem, but we were like, let's do something else. And Sam came up with an amazing idea to do a pillow or a pillow cover. Whatever we decide to do, however we decide to take it. But the pillow that I make will be for Sam, and the pillow that she makes will be for me. So how does all of this work, right? So again, the 4 projects are the Asteria doily, a Label My Library project, a subscription yarn project, and a pillow, right? I had 5 fingers up. It's only 4 projects. I don't know what I was thinking. So that's what's in these envelopes, right? They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what's in each envelope because I wrote the items down and then I had my daughter put them in these envelopes. And then she's going to pick. So there's going to be a short that drops later today, which you'll need to check that out. And whatever she picks, whatever my daughter picks, will be what Sam is making first. And then Max is going to pick for the things that Sam has, and whatever Max picks, that's what I'm making. So neither one of us have any say in what we're making first or next or third, right? The fourth one will obviously know what's left, but she is having Max pick and I am having Sparkle pick. So, but whatever they pick is not what we're making. It's what the other person is making. So I think that that is so fun because I'm going to know what Sam is going to make before she does. And I kind of already know. I can't tell you though. Because I filmed the short already because my daughter wanted to run off and go play. So I was like, okay, well, I have to shoot some video, so let me get the thing that I need you to do out of the way, and then you can go play and do whatever it is you want to do, and then I can record. So I know what Sam is making, but she doesn't know yet. So this video will go up today, January 13th, and then at 6 p.m. my time and 5 p.m. Sam's time, the short will go out for what the other person is making. And this is where the option comes in. If you want to join in with what I'm making, great. If you want to join in with what Sam's making, wonderful, right? So it will really be up to you how you want to join in. And if you want to do something other than what we have said, so like, for example, whichever project I get and whichever project Sam gets, if you want to do one of the other projects, like we've mentioned, because you don't have a book or a pattern or something like that, and you have some subscription yarn and you want to use it, or if you want to make a pillow cover, hey, pick one of them or pick none of them. It's completely up to you. But we would love for you to be involved if you would want to, and send pictures to us. I am happy to put them in my videos, and I know that if you send pictures to Sam, if you join in with whatever she's making, she would be more than willing to put them on her community tab. So, there are no deadlines for this. So whatever Max picks for me to make, that's what I'll make. And then when I'm done with it, I will message Sam and say, okay, I need you to pick another one for me. Have Max pick another one for me. So then another short will come out. And we'll tag it in the collaboration and all of that. I will be mentioning in my videos what I'm making. And Sam will be mentioning in her crochet catch-up, I think. She's going to be doing it on Thursdays now. And I have my whips and foes. I try to do one a month, just because I don't have a whole lot of crochet time. So I try to update you at least once a month as to what I'm making. I can potentially put out like some more shorts with progress and things like that. But I do tend to batch film. So I'll record a bunch of things and then they sit on my computer until I am ready to edit them and upload them. Not all of them, you know, like if I get happy mail or if there's something that's time sensitive, so forth and so on. But because I don't have a ton of time, right, I do tend to batch record, because recording each and every day would be very difficult. Even if I wasn't editing, it would still be very difficult. Okay, so maybe I am beating a dead horse here, but one more time, I'm going to run through everything a little bit more succinctly so you have an idea of what we're doing. Sam over at Manfella's Manx and I are doing 4 projects this year. We are calling it Manfella MALS. Since we've already had the collaboration of Manfella versus whatever, we decided to keep that title and just do the make-along instead. The 4 projects are the Asteria doily, a subscription yarn project, a Label My Library project, and a pillow cover. So Max is going to draw on her channel, and whatever Max draws will be what I'm doing. Sparkle is going to draw on my channel, and whatever Sparkle draws will be what Sam is doing. That short will go up as we finish the next project. So today, this evening, January 13th, the first one will go out. But then it's not going to be a set date and time when the next one comes out. It's going to depend on what was picked first, what things come into our lives as to how long it takes us to get it done. I know I have other projects that I'm working on. I know Sam has other projects that she's working on, other segments on her channel, all of these things. So, we will, of course, keep you updated. We would absolutely love for you to join us in any way that you are able and willing. And I am super excited to once again be collaborating with one of my Yarny besties and my birthday twin in Manfella MALS 2025. Any questions, any thoughts, suggestions, please put them in the comments below. I look forward to how this year is going to play out with this project, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. As always, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Go check out Sam's video too. Bye, guys.